Hey, how y'all doing? I'm here today at Puerto de la Cruz, this wonderful beach in Tenerife, and I'm here with my man Roberto Galetti, my meditation coach, and I'm just going to introduce you to Roberto. Say hello.
Hi guys, it's a real pleasure to be here with Andy, and yeah, we're looking forward to do a video together. And now we're here.
Yeah, thanks. So I met Roberto probably about a year and a half ago now, and Roberto's been I think it's been that long, and Roberto's been helping me with mindfulness, meditation, spirituality, and all these things, and I can't thank him enough really for how much it's kind of transformed me. It almost feels like it's taken me to the next level. Because just a bit of background on my story, I used to think meditating and spirituality and any mindfulness was complete woo-woo. You know, I used to almost like ignore it, and all I was bothered about is achieving more. You know, more success, more this, more that, more material things. Make more money, get a better business. And I did a video when I was in Budapest a few weeks ago called what happens next after self-development. And from my own perspective, it's like this. It's like you can achieve more stuff, you know, you can get in better shape, you can buy nicer clothes, you can make more money, you can achieve more things, you can find nicer girls and better things and better this and a nicer house. But at some point, you know, what's next? And I realised that you can either keep chasing all them external things. And when I met Roberto, he exposed me to going on almost like a spiritual journey and getting more mindfulness, and you really appreciate what the world has to offer. And what it's done for me is helped me across the board, even in my business, my personal life, just to appreciate with gratitude everything that we have and realize that you don't need that much stuff, you know. And I think I was wrong there, Roberto, when I met you. That's you know, one of the biggest things that I got from meeting you was to realize that it's not all about external things, you know.
The thing is that we live in a society where we have lots of distractions, lots of ideas, right, wrong, and it's very rare to take time to be present. Because even though when you are sitting or when you're laid down, you are there for a reason, to achieve something. I want to sleep. I want to understand whatever I'm watching on television or YouTube. So how many hours we spend just by be present, be absorbed by the universe? Not a lot. And that's what we want to do in meditation. And when we do that, we realize that most of our thoughts are not our thoughts. Like, we don't decide them. They are just a residual image or a residual desire, whatever, that comes from the past, from some decision, some experience, some pleasure or painful experience, and has no connection with the present moment. So at the beginning, meditation helps you to realize this.
In terms of being present, one thing that I realized, it's a lot harder, because I tried meditating with one of the apps at first, you know, where you like, there's a couple of apps out there and I've used them both, and I remember trying to use an app where you sit there and even trying to get through 10 minutes, it was just awkward and painful for me. And you know, the idea of even spending longer than a minute trying to be present was just so difficult. My head was all over the place, you know. I was thinking about the past, I was thinking about tomorrow, thinking about the future, but never now. And I found it so difficult, and for me the only way to do it was to have that kind of one-on-one tuition. And I remember when we first met, it was. I think you did it quite well, because for me it was quite broken, sort of shorter periods, and they were at the point where I can keep my eyes closed and just stay still for like the whole hour, you know, without moving, and it's fantastic. But I could not do that at the start, you know. I couldn't even do a minute, you know. But yeah, it really made me realise how not in the present moment I was, and I didn't even know how powerful that was. You know, you have to kind of, I remember you have to get a few months in, you know, a few weeks, a few months in before you really start seeing some benefits. What I was worried about as well was I'd read a study somewhere that, and I think it was produced in the UK by the NHS, you know, the National Health Service. And it was an article saying that you can get to the point where you can over-meditate to the point where you become almost detached from society, detached from the normal society, and just become so apathetic to general life. I mean, is that possible, or?
I think so, of course. It is very possible.
I don't.
And that's what all the very ascetic people, the ones that go into the mountains and stay there for years, that's what I do. Because by detaching from the society,
Yeah.
you're renouncing society, so you're renouncing the pleasure, the wellness, but you're also renouncing the poison of society. And therefore, in that specific moment of your life, can be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be a good idea in the next 2 years to detoxify yourself and do this kind of experience. Maybe for the other guy, it's not a good idea. Maybe the other guy before that needs to talk to his mom, he needs to sort things in his business, he needs to do other things. So I think this really depends on one's journey.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing for everyone.
Okay.
So we can like put everything in the same boat.
Okay.
So everyone has a specific journey, and the path, of course, somebody can help you. Like in this case, well, it's a both ways help, because you're helping your way, I'm helping your way, but other people are not in your condition. So other people need other kind of therapies maybe, or whatever we want to call it.
Yeah,
So-
because I think we came across that because
Let's think about apps, because the apps
Yeah.
maybe work for some people.
yeah,
Other people maybe they need a specific energy connection.
yeah,
And the thing is that when you meditate, so when you are in a state of peace, you are much more sensitive to energy.
yeah,
So you really connect more with the person. With the person, in this case, the person that is giving the meditation to you, or which is teaching you whatever. So that's why the one-on-one thing is powerful for this. If somebody is, let's say, sensitive enough to perceive and appreciate the energy connection. Maybe somebody is not ready for this. Maybe you just want to use an app and it's working, fine, perfect. But there's gonna be a point when, maybe you need even more connection. Maybe you want to meet the person more than once a week, or you want to meet every day, or to whatever.
yeah.
So it's really about the journey you are in, and the stage of it.
Just on going into the mountains, then when we spoke, you were explaining to me about the Buddha, that the Supreme Buddha, is he called, who went into the mountains for sort of 7 years, is that right? Renounced his life. He had a lot of, let's say, riches, probably everything. As many women, as many money, food, riches. Was he a prince?
Yeah, well, the Siddhartha Buddha,
Yeah,
the founder of Buddhism,
Yeah.
he renounced everything.
went into the mountains for 7 years. And in that period, did he become almost like so detached from societal norms? Like, I don't know what it's like, but to me, it's like what you said there, Roberto. Cleansing yourself of society, I think, is a really good thing, because some of this stuff can become like an addiction. When we first met, you know, I was so kind of addicted to trying to get like success in business and everything, and also a lot of other addictions in life, like you know, sort of personal gratification and things like that. That was my issue, so meditation helped me with addiction, you know. And how does that work?
Okay, so to explain you this, today I'd like to give you an example that you know very well.
Okay.
Because you play martial arts.
Okay.
So you play jiu-jitsu. So
Yeah.
self-defense, all kind of leverages and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So imagine that now I punch you in the face.
Yeah.
If I punch you in the face, you can run
Yeah.
and it's okay. Fine, you run, you're safe. This is right. If I punch you in the face and you are, you know, in shape, maybe you can just move from one
Yeah.
side, punch me and knock me down.
Yeah.
Also fine, self-defense.
Yeah.
If you are good at self-defense, you can move on the left, make a leverage, you know, kick me down and run. And if you're very expert in martial arts, you can make the leverage, you know, you put me down and then you hug me and you kiss me.
Yeah.
And we become friends.
Yeah.
So it's just about the quality of the action, how prepared you are for this. And this, I think this is also true with addiction, especially in the job, when we talk about work addiction.
Yeah.
Because we believe, and of course, job is very important.
Yeah.
So we are not talking about smoking, which is a bad addiction, very bad. Working addiction in some situation can be very good. But you want to be a very high quality workers.
Yeah.
And not just on the technical level, but on all the other levels. And when you manage this, it quits like the addiction, and you'll be able to enjoy it in a different way.
Yeah. I think.
And how we do it, meditation is a help. Is
Yeah.
one of the things that you can do to understand that.
Yeah, in terms of working, so I used to like work, I don't know, 70 hours, 80 hours a week, and I used to think that it was all about working too hard, many hours, and then I realised, like, if I look at myself now, I work less than half those hours, sometimes just a few hours, and I achieve far more. And I think because I'm just a lot more efficient, because I'm really able to focus on the right things, and I think that's good. But on, you know, the 9 stages of ego development that I was studying, that we spoke about, and I've mentioned in my last video, I think you said it where some people have to go through these phases. I think, what did you say? Like, you know, they have to go from like getting a job, becoming better at the job, becoming somehow like the manager, and then going some kind of self-employed contractor, and then eventually getting a business. And people have to go through that journey, don't they, to realise then, okay, there's something else, you know what I mean? So not everyone arrives at, say, meditation the same way. I think some people arrive at it naturally, initially. There's people that just go straight to being spiritual and mindful and don't worry about career, but then there's some people that have to go through what we used to call climbing the greasy pole, you know, working in corporate and working that life before realising that I actually want more from life than beyond trying to become brilliant at my job. And that's where I was like. And another thing that I found in the 9 stages of ego development was it put organised religion into a conventional bracket along with working in the corporate world. So all that stuff, you know, like whether you've got a job and then you become a manager, so they call it, you become the expert achiever, then you become the business owner, and also organised religions in that bracket, and you only become what they call post-conventional when you rise above that. And just interested in what your thoughts are on, where organized religion sits,
Yeah. So,
you know, in terms of a conventional activity, and whether you believe that's true.
So first let's divide the human being into three parts. So we got the mental part, the mind, okay, which is located right here, we can say, the heart, and then there is the sensual part, which is over here. We can call it sensual. Now I explain you better. So mental is about comprehension, thoughts, ethic, and you know, all related to the mind. Heart is about emotions, to be able to feel something, to be able to be grateful, to be able to love, also to be sad. That's also an emotion. To be compassive toward people that are not feeling good, to help. And then the sensual is more about the enjoyment. So I enjoy being here sitting with the sun, and I'm hot, but I really enjoy the sun. And if I go into the water, I will enjoy swimming. And if I go dancing, I enjoy the action. And after 10 minutes running, I stop feeling my body and I transform myself into the run, whatever. So that's the sensual connection. Person that is working too much is here, only here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the connection with the heart and with the enjoyment.
That sounds like how I used to be.
A person that is too much religious, like Catholic, for example, or any, is too much here. Is too much into I'm afraid, or I'm thankful, I love, but he doesn't really comprehend why, and he doesn't really enjoy anything.
Right.
And a person that is into addiction, like good life, like partying and stuff like that, is only here.
Right.
So sensual connection, but not comprehension, not connection, emotion. And then of course it can be also mixed. It can be a combination of the three.
Yeah.
We want to be here, here, and here. We want to find the balance.
Okay.
And so when you out-observe yourself in this way, you really realize what you need. And what's your next step in the spiritual development.
Okay. You know, if you're like super anxious and you can't even sit with yourself, is it possible that you can overcompensate so far that you'll never find the middle path? Or is it wise to overcompensate and then come back? Or
there are many different strategies to reach the middle point. So some people has to stop eating for a week, or they need to be very extreme and don't take any alcohol because.
Well, that's the Alcoholics Anonymous route, isn't it? If you're an alcohol,
they go extreme. Other people they wean themselves off. It's the same thing. So it's really about person to person. We can't like put everything in the same boat.
But the abstinence route, where total cutout, is that not the extreme route?
It is the extreme.
Yeah.
But sometimes we need to be extreme to understand the middle. Sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe if you're a person which is too much anxious, maybe you want to be peaceful, even in this situation when you are normally not peaceful, in order then to find your middle. It's tricky, it's weird, but that's how it works. And it really changes from person to person. And nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. Everything is changing. So it's just about moving and finding your balance.
Yeah. One thing with me, Roberto, is I feel that I've become a little bit, I'm going to say cold-hearted, right, as a world. As a word, right? I might seem like I'm always trying to have fun, and I do, but trying to create meaningful connections and not be so cold-hearted, that's one of my goals. Like, how do I find that middle ground from where I'm at? You know, because, I don't know, maybe I've had too much trauma in my life, but I feel too cold-hearted and I want to find the middle ground. That's what I'm hoping for in meditation, and, you know,
so
how do I do that?
Right here.
Yeah, I need to build that bit, yeah.
Gratitude, compassion, talking to people, listen to people,
and
spend time with them.
Yeah. Roberto, why don't you explain to the viewers where they can find you and just talk about something, because you don't just do the meditation, right? You do the whole yoga philosophy.
I give yoga classes here in Tenerife and also online, and I coach meditation with my group here and also with people online. So
anywhere in the world.
You can find me on Instagram and
I'll
Facebook.
put the link. Yeah, I'll put the link down for Roberto. But your one-on-one coaching anywhere in the world, right? All you need is a internet connection.
Where there's an internet connection.
And I find that brilliant, because like when we do our sessions, all you need is like an iPad or something like this, and you just a video call, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's like we're like right in front of each other, and yet we're in different countries.
It's brilliant. It's great, and it's a both ways connection.
Yeah.
It's always a both ways connection.
But you can also come out here, because Roberto does some like retreats, aren't they, where you'll do like a few days, and you do corporate as well, right?
Yeah, corporate retreat. People are coming here to Tenerife to relax, to have some stress management weeks, and then we do
yoga on the beach.
Yoga on the beach, you know.
So if I put the links down below in the description, check out Roberto, see if he can help you. Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and see you all next time.